Hey everyone, it's Tyler, the Antenna Man, and today I'm going to review the Sky Blue Black Arrow antenna. It's a well-built, low-profile antenna sold exclusively by Ness Electronics in the United States. How well does it work? Stay tuned to find out. If you're seeing me for the first time, make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel and hit that little bell icon to receive a notification whenever I post a new video. I try to post new videos every Tuesday and Friday. As a heads up, this video review is sponsored by Ness Electronics, a US distributor of antennas and other electronics in business since 1964. So this antenna is actually the most popular antenna model in Australia, likely for a good reason. It features a very solid build quality with UV stable power coated aluminum for extra durability and a sleek low profile design. Unlike many antennas out there, it appears to have several VHF elements in a log periodic design and UHF elements in a Yagi design, a true hybrid providing the best of two technologies in a single antenna. Its patented boom lock technology ensures the elements will never turn or fall out. You can see they're not going anywhere, ensuring the customer gets the best durability and performance in all weather conditions. The antenna was engineered and designed in Australia and is also built in Australia. I'm a true fan of the extra VHF elements here. Many antennas lack them, which can be problematic considering VHF TV stations are hard to pick up in many areas due to a combination of interference and extremely low power limits set by the FCC. TV stations on VHF are literally starved of the power they need to properly service markets with an adequate over-the-air signal. I'll talk more about this in a future video. As a quick reminder, VHF TV stations broadcast on channels 2 through 13 typically require a longer antenna element, while UHF TV stations broadcast on channels 14 through 36 and are better picked up with smaller antenna elements. You'll see on this antenna, these longer elements here are designed for high VHF channels, and there's a lot of them compared to most smaller antennas, while these smaller elements here are designed for UHF. It's also important to understand that most TV stations don't necessarily broadcast on a channel you may know them as. For example, in Philadelphia, there's NBC 10. The average person would think, oh, they're channel 10, need to get a good VHF antenna. They actually broadcast on UHF channel 28. Same is true for most TV stations across the country. The current digital over-the-air TV standard and ATSC 3.0 allows TV stations to broadcast on a different RF channel than what is shown on your TV set. To find out what channels your local TV stations are broadcasting on, go to antennaweb.org, type in your address, and click that little check mark that says the antenna will be installed 30 feet above ground level, even if it's not, and it will provide you a list of stations you can likely pick up at your location. Look at the RF channel on each station. That's the channel the stations are broadcasting on. So, for example, WBRE 28 actually broadcasts on VHF channel 11. If you don't see any channels listed on antennaweb.org, don't freak out and assume you won't get much with an antenna. The website truly tends to underestimate how many channels a person can receive by an antenna. You can also use the FCC DTV reception maps or rabdeers.info to look up your reception. I attach links to both in the description of the video. How well will this antenna work? I'm going to test it out in the same location I tested out various other outdoor antennas to see how it performs. If you decide to purchase this antenna, you can find the link in the pinned comment below or in the description of this video. Here are the results from the last two antennas I tested out on my YouTube channel. From left to right, you'll see the TV station, the call letters, RF channel the TV station broadcasts on, and the results of the previous two antennas I tested out on the YouTube channel. All of these TV stations are about 42 miles away with one mountain ridge between my home and the broadcast towers. You can also see the results of various other outdoor antenna models by checking out my other videos. The signal on CBS 3, which broadcasts on UHF channel 30, was about the same on this antenna compared to the last two antennas I tested out, both of which already had impressive results on the UHF band. The signal on NBC 10, which broadcasts on UHF channel 28, was about the same on this antenna compared to the last two antennas I tested out. The signal on WPHL, which broadcasts on UHF channel 17, was a bit lower on this antenna compared to the last two antennas I tested out, but not by much. The signal on Fox 29, which broadcasts on UHF channel 31, was also a bit lower on this antenna compared to the last two antennas I tested out. However, the signal on WHYY, which broadcasts on VHF channel 13, was significantly higher on this antenna than the last two antennas I tested out, with one of the highest signal levels on this VHF channel I've seen of any antenna I tested out. I was truly impressed with the performance of this antenna on both the VHF and UHF band. I truly didn't expect it to perform as well on VHF considering its relatively small size. This is probably one of the best low-profile antennas with decent VHF gain you can buy. I'd say this antenna would work well in a suburban or somewhat rural area within 40 or 50 miles of the broadcast towers. If you live in a very rural area with weak signals, look into some of the other antennas made by Sky Blue. Be sure to visit NessElectronics.com for all of your antenna needs. They're an authorized seller of WineGuard, Televis, and Sky Blue antennas. When you do business with them, you are supporting a local business, not a multi-million-dollar corporation. As always, if you're unsure what antenna will work best for your area, I do offer antenna recommendations on my website at antennamanpa.com. On an unrelated note, I love the Sky Blue slogan, "You only want to climb the roof once." How true is that? It's so much better to get a decent antenna so you get the best reception the first time around rather than bargain hunt with junk antennas, which is probably what most people are doing. Not those of you watching my YouTube channel, you are obviously informed about antennas, but those who aren't aware think they have a special 150-mile range antenna. Some of them will spill onto my YouTube channel at times and say, "Oh, you're lying, this is a good antenna. I get 30 channels with it." It's not a good antenna. It's junk. If you defend it on my channel, I'm putting you into the category of people I refer to as defenders of junk. Don't be a defender of junk. Buy a decent antenna the first time around, which most of you probably have. But if you don't, feel free to use my YouTube channel as a resource to determine what antennas are good, and you can visit my website, antennamanpa.com, for an antenna recommendation from me. Thanks again for watching this YouTube video. A huge thanks to everyone who supports me on Patreon or is a member of my YouTube channel. If my videos helped you cut the cord, or if you just think they're cool and would like to help support them while gaining exclusive perks, such as behind-the-scenes content, access to my videos ad-free 1 day early, and direct contact with me, visit patreon.com/antennaman or click the join button in this video. If you're on Facebook and you like my Facebook page at facebook.com/antennamanpa. If you're not on Facebook and would like to receive email updates when I post new videos, feel free to sign up to my email list. I attached a link in the description of the video, and make sure you add the email info@antennamanpa.com to your address book. Otherwise, emails may be sent to your spam folder. Stay tuned to my YouTube channel for more cord cutting and antenna related videos, and have an awesome day.